Welcome to a presentation on the Anchored Instruction Educational Model. During this presentation, we will examine the following. What is anchor-based instruction? The history of anchor-based instruction. Key individuals associated with anchor-based instruction. And we will examine an applied method of anchor-based instruction. The Anchored Instruction Educational Model was introduced in 1990 by the Cognition and Technology Group at Vanderbilt University. An anchored-based instruction model gives learners the opportunity to understand how and where their newly acquired knowledge can be applied, limiting the possibility of the new knowledge to become inert knowledge. In anchor-based instruction, the learner is engaged in a story or scenario that requires them to examine a particular problem. While figuring out the problem, the learner acquires skill sets that can be applied in the real world. Anchor instruction also focuses on discovery-based learning. This basic principle allows the learner to explore and delve into the scenario presented in the instruction. The anchor is the scenario or situation given to learners that sets the stage or provides the context for use of learners' knowledge or skills. The Anchored Instruction Educational Model was introduced in 1990 by the Cognition and Technology Group at Vanderbilt University. This group was established within the Peabody College of Education at Vanderbilt. It was within the Learning Technology Center that the Cognition and Technology Group researched various technology-based instructional design methods. In 1990, John Bransford, Robert Sherwood, Ted Haslebring, Charles Kinzer and Susan Williams, all members of the CTGV group, published their research titled Anchored Instruction: Why We Need It and How Technology Can Help. CTGV explained the use of interactive media technology makes it possible for students to easily explore the content. It was the Jasper-Woodbury problem-solving series in mathematics that was a result of the research and development of anchored instruction. All the lessons within the Jasper-Woodbury series were related to simulations that put learners in real problem situations where they must solve realistic problems. One of the early anchored instruction activities involved the use of the film Young Sherlock Holmes in interactive video disc form. Students were asked to examine the film in terms of causal connections, motives of the characters, and authenticity of the settings in order to understand the nature of life in Victorian England. The film provides the anchor for an understanding of storytelling and a particular historical era. These interactive learning programs introduced learners to intriguing visual stories via multimedia anchored instruction, in which the learners had to solve various problems. Dr. John Bransford, while wearing cool sunglasses, led the members of the Vanderbilt's Learning Technology Center. The group contained Robert Sherwood, Ted Haslebring, Charles Kinzer and Susan Williams. The group published their research for this model in 1990. The group's research in anchor-based instruction was influenced by Dr. Alfred Whitehead's work in 1929 on inert knowledge. Inert knowledge can be defined as knowledge people already have, but they do not recall, unless they are prompted to do so. Anchored instruction urges learners to retrieve this knowledge in order to solve problems related to the subject matter. Dr. Marlene Scardamalia expanded on the research of inert knowledge in 1984. Scardamalia research focused on the shift in education from a transmission of knowledge and skills to active learning, where the focus is on students' interest-driven activities. As technology advanced and video-based education was introduced, the idea of anchor-based instruction expanded. CTGV expanded on the idea of inert knowledge and used multimedia as the base for anchor instruction. Now we can look at how the anchored instruction method can be applied to modern instruction. Let's review a key element in anchor-based instruction. The learners are engaged in a story or scenario that requires them to examine a particular problem. This sounds similar to a popular adventure game that many play today. Can you guess what it is? Escape rooms. Let's examine how the anchor-based instructional method can be applied to an electronic escape room format. Assume that you went to visit your friend's house. You are suddenly locked inside your friend's room. There is no way to open the door from outside. So, you have to escape from the room. Use your analytical skills to find the clues to solve the math puzzles and escape as soon as possible. Now you have to complete various puzzles to get out of the room. The learner will first investigate the room to find clues. Each clue completes a task. In this case, there are several mathematical-based puzzles the learner has to complete in order to advance to the next clue. The anchor for the instruction is the interactive multimedia game. The learner is presented with various tasks that led to an overall goal: escaping from the room. The learners are able to explore their environment by virtually navigating the room to find clues. As you can see from this example, an educational-based escape room can promote active learning and incorporate the anchor-based instructional model. This concludes the presentation. Thank you for watching.